The day is coming faster than expected, everyone. September 5th, 2023 is the day we're going to be able to obtain Hades. Now, Hades is a shadow elemental character that utilizes divine grace and is a Gen Zone Olympus character. And as you can see, she's absolutely stunning, beautiful, amazing. I could come up with a whole bunch of words to describe just how she looks. And not only that, because of the love that CN has shown this character, they've actually made a ton of skins for her as well. I believe this one might be one of the skins that launch with her, but these two will come later, I believe, later in the game's lifespan. So these characters, first off, I gotta give you guys a nice, rotation. You want to spin it around and let everybody know just what she got. All right. Each one of these skins a little bit more revealing than the other ones, but I'm not hating on her game. I'm actually loving it. The degenerate in me loves every bit of this. These skins are freaking beautiful, especially this brand new summer skin right here. But this is her default outfit, and this outfit alone is just enough to make people go, damn, this character is beautiful. Alright, so you're probably asking yourself, what kind of character is Hades? Well, Hades is a ranged character that utilizes two puppets in order to deal range damage. The left character being Leoke, which utilizes her claws, and the right character, Mint, who utilizes her fist. And both of these characters together, the whole purpose of using these puppets is to chain abilities together. They work together in order to deal damage to enemies at range. Now, I already made a video on all of this, describing all the details of Hades as well as her puppets and how they work and the details, the fine details of everything here. But unfortunately, I lost that video because of my hard drive dying, along with all the videos for characters that are coming in the near future. So I'm going to try to explain this in the most simplified way as possible. I'll also include the full description of each skill in the top left corner, and that will be able to give you guys kind of a full description of how this character is used and help you understand exactly if this character is someone that you must pull for. Honestly, I feel like this is a character that everyone should obtain, but it's going to always be on your preference, waifu over meta, so it's all up to you if you actually want to pull for this character, but this is definitely a must pull character. Alright, so a lot of you have requested that I talk about the functors within these videos. So I'm going to give you a quick TLDR of what these functors do. There's two of them that you could utilize for Hades, and the first one being the Gen Zone Functor. Now this will require you to have someone like Hera in your party, because the whole purpose of the Gen Zone Functor is to increase the self-triggered 0 time as well as increase the skill damage within 0 time. So you're going to need someone like Hera, otherwise the Gen Zone Functor is absolutely useless. Now the signature Functor is going to be the best in slot for Hades, of course. Now this is just a damage increase for the two puppets when they're in their partnered state. This increases the shadow damage. I'll have the full description on the screen right now, as this is not my account, but I personally don't have the signature Functor, so I'm just going to include the description on the screen for you guys to decide for yourself if this is something that you want to utilize. But just by reading it, I can tell that this is something that a lot of players will want to have to get the most damage out of this character. Alright, so I've mentioned this before. This character, the whole purpose of this character is chaining abilities together using your puppets. Now, the thing that's very important to understand is the state that you're in at the very bottom. Now, remember, I mentioned one of the puppets is a claw character, the other one is a fist character. Right now, I'm in the fist character state, and knowing that it's all about following a flow within the game. The current character that you're on, you must pay attention to exactly which one you're going into next, because there is a damage over time that is also a part of the skill too. Now let's start off with the skill 1. I'm not going to go through all of these in great detail like I usually do. The skill 1 is the most important part of the entire set of abilities, because knowing which state you're in and which puppet you're controlling is key to knowing the amount of damage you're outputting to the enemy and how long that damage over time is going to be is going to stay on the enemy. So right now I'm currently in Mint's state. I don't know what to call it. And so when I use skill 2, she's going to be the one to attack. You use skill 1 to switch between the states, and it's not going to immediately go to Leoke. It's going to go into a partnered state, which both of them will attack at the same time. Now then, you will go into Leoke's state, and then you press skill 2 again. Leoke is going to be the only one to attack. You're going to press skill 1 again, and then press skill 2 once again for them to go into partnered state. Now the partner state is always going to be the buffer in between going from one character or one puppet to the other. Now, hopefully I'm not losing you guys, because understanding this is vital to getting the most damage out for this character, and the same applies for the skill 3. Alright, now skill 3 works the same way. So you're basically going to press skill 3, switch, skill 3, but the difference here is wherever, doesn't matter how far you are, there's also a pull effect that is also applied to the enemy. So when you press skill 3, it's going to pull them somewhat closer to you. You're going to press skill 1, you're going to do it again, and you're just going to rinse and repeat. Now I know you guys are paying attention to the bottom, and you can see which state I'm in, because right now this is mint state, and when I press the button again, it is going to go into partnered state, and now I'm in Leoke state. You got to pay attention to that bar at the bottom, or else you're going to not be able to get the most damage out of this entire kit here. This is one of the most unique characters in the game because of how you have to pay attention to not only the Divine Grace, but the state that she's in, so that you can deal the most damage and know the damage over time that you're going to be inflicting, and how long that damage over time is going to remain applied. Now, you're probably wondering what those symbols are in the center. Now, this has to do with her basic attack. Now, when you're doing her basic attack, you can go ahead and just spam it like you normally would. It's both of them attacking at the same time. But in order to use those marks, or those, I think it's undead marks, you can just hold it and both of them attack at the same time. Now during this state, you can only use your basic attack. You will not be able to use any skills during this state. So for example, I'm going to wait here for them to regenerate, because you don't really do anything in order to generate these marks. It's just a thing that applies over time. So once you gain 4 of them, you'll go ahead and hold the basic attack again. And this doesn't matter which state you're in order to get the most out of this attack. It's just hold the ability and just spam the basic attack at the same time. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about Hades' ultimate. Of course, it does a variety of things. Now, the most obvious thing that it does is going to do shadow damage to the enemy, but it also increases the crit rate and crit damage for the entire team for 12 seconds, and it also resets the Divine Grace that you have to 50% every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. So now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the ult. And now you're just going to see me spam some abilities. You're going to see it go back up to 50. You're going to see it go back up to 50. And I think it expired. But yeah, it basically what you're going to be doing is you're just going to be spamming abilities that normally would take Divine Grace, and it will reset it to 50 for 12 seconds every 3 seconds. Well, every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. So yeah, and that's basically it for her kit. Let me know in the comment section below if you're going to be pulling for Hades, if this is something that encouraged you to want to pull for this character. She's absolutely beautiful. She's absolutely fun. I'm going to demonstrate her abilities in actual combat in solo, so that you can get a realistic idea of how to use her. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Love you guys. Peace out. Okay, we're gonna use the Hera and Hades combination here. This should be a nice fight, a nice combat.
抱歉，请和我走一 的身体与灵魂，一切都在操控之中。真不错，你是听话的孩子。反抗只是徒劳，给他们带去解脱吧。
Shred through all that health.
在我的掌心中挣扎吧。现实，你的命途已经结束了。真不错，你是听话的孩子。反抗的只是徒劳，反抗的只是徒劳，给他们带去解脱吧。毫无价值。
That's form 1.
还没结束。现实，一切
We're gonna go ahead and use the ult for that crit rate and crit damage increase. Then we're also going to use.
你是听话。
Yep.
给他们带去解脱吧。
Now this version of the boss is actually buffed a little bit, so I'm actually doing really well for.
真不错，你是听话的孩子。你的命途已经结束了。给他们带去解脱吧。
And this should be it for her.
尽情在我的掌心中挣扎。
There we go.
结局。
These two are nasty together. Nasty.